the programs that you should never install on your computer or laptop. Norton Antivirus, this little boy right here. This program, which is used to be a leader in digital protection, is now more known for its disadvantages than its benefits. So, Norton tends to consume a significant amount of system resources. So it's making your computer and a laptop slower than it should be. And additionally, many users reported that Norton can conflict with other software, so causing compatibility issues and systems instability. Okay, the second one, we are going to talk about the McAfee antivirus. I have no idea if you pronounce that way, but that's how I'm going to say. So now let's talk about the McAfee or MCFAFE. So I don't know, man. Like Norton, McAfee has had its heyday, but nowadays it's more known for being heavy and invasive. Yeah, so many users complain that McAfee consumes excessive amount of system resources, making the computer slower and less responsive. You can actually check all the information that I'm telling you guys. You can put on Google McAfee slowing down computer, and you have a lot of complaints. I mean, Reddit, how bad is McAfee for your computer? Blah blah blah. It's McAfee going to slow down my computer? Yes, upvote. It means that a lot of people voted for this. Now let's talk about the shopping extensions. They may seem harmless but even useful. For me, I use a lot. I'm not going to lie, but the way I use, I don't install on my computer, so it's very different. They can carry offer discount coupons and compare product prices, what's very good, and even help find special deals. I use here in Brazil something called the promo byte. Here I'm going to look for a SSD 1 TB, and it will show the cheaper one for me, and that's very nice. You can go on activate offerts and there will be there. In theory, shop extensions can be a great tool to save time and money while shopping. They can offer discount, however not everything is a rosy, so there are some important concerns to consider when using those extensions. First of all, many of them collect a significant amount of data about your browsing activity and purchasing habits. So this information may be shared with third parties, such as advertising companies, which is very normal to happen. This raises concerns about privacy and security, especially considering the growing number of data breaching incidents. But also be aware, Facebook does it, if you don't know, and it does without you being aware, so it's kinda normal. Okay, here in Brazil we have some law called LGPD. Probably you guys have that as well, but I don't know if it's the same. It's law protect data, something like that. Tries to protect our data, but doesn't work a lot. Now let's talk about the much hyped PC speed boosters. Those programs are often touted as miraculous solutions to speed up your computer or laptop performance, but it's important to be cautious. In reality, they can bring more headaches than solutions. These speed boosters often work by optimizing certain aspects of the operating system or adjusting settings to supposedly make the computer faster. However, what many users fail to realize is that those options can interfere with the older softwares installed on the system, and that's where the problem arises. Those programs have the potential to cause conflicts. Moreover, some of those speed boosters may even introduce malware into your system, so often distributed by unreliable sources. They may contain malicious code, will compromise your computer's security. I personally use the CCleaner. It's a very good and easy and free program to kind of boost your computer. That we closed right now. We are going to talk about that in a little bit, but for now, let's talk about the CCleaner. CCleaner, it's a PC booster. Why that is called PC booster? Because I can go on optimization of the system, We analyze, and now I can see every program that is causing impact of the performance of my computer. So I can put it down, and that will improve. Okay, I use CCleaner for around 10 years, so I can confirm it's legit. Now let's talk about the bloatware. Those are pre-installed software that comes with your new computer. While included with the good intentions by the manufacturers, those programs can cause more problems than solutions for users. The main issue with the bloatware is that it tends to take up a significant storage space on your hard drive or SSD, and this can be especially problematic with computers with smaller storage unit where every gigabyte of free space is valuable. But it's easy. You just spoil your computer. You are seeing a lot of programs that just came with your computer. You go on menu, panel, control panel, programs, uninstall program, localize the program, click with the right button, go uninstall. Easy like that. Now let's try to talk about all the software included in free programs. In this case, in CCleaner, even when I already installed, I already have for 10 years, sometimes when I open a program, we suggest to install a new program. So that is all the software including free programs. Sometimes it's even paid. So if the program is connected to your credit card, you may be buying something without knowing just by clicking one button. Usually the other software included in free programs comes when we are installing the program. Not like that situation in my CCleaner that I already have for 10 years and I just open and it's showing up. Okay, a lot of those programs are unchecked programs, so it can cause a lot of problems. It can have virus, it can have malware, it can have a lot of things, so be careful. Last but not least, let's talk about the software piracy. In addition to the legal and ethical consequences I use a lot, you are also exposing your computer to serious security risks. Instead, look for legal alternatives, such as open source software or free versions of commercial programs. Just one example. I used Cinema 4D like Jack Sparrow for a long enough time. Then I figured out Blender. Blender is a free open source 3D program, and I can do everything that I want with this program. It's not advertising, just a way to put an image in your head of what I'm talking about. If you use Photoshop, you can go on Photopea, you can go on I don't know, the Canva. You can go in a lot of places to use as an alternative of it. Oh, I want to edit a video, and I used to use the Adobe Premiere that is paid. You can go on a Vinci that it's free. So there is a lot of options that you can go to avoid use software piracy. Okay, so if this video helped you, please leave a comment. If it didn't, leave a comment as well. That way I can see, I can know what happened, and I can provide another ways to help you guys. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe, and I see you in the next video.